What would you do if your daughter sent you the most thoughtful Mother's Day gift of your life, but your husband stared at the box like it was a live grenade and hissed, "Don't open it. Can't you see?" Picture this. It's Mother's Day morning. Sunlight streams through the kitchen window. My husband Marcus brings me coffee in bed, kisses my forehead, whispers how lucky he is to have me. For the first time in months, things feel normal. We've had our rough patches. Late nights he claimed were work, arguments about money that went nowhere. But today was supposed to be perfect. Then the doorbell rings. A courier hands me an elegant package wrapped in shimmering gold paper tied with a silk ribbon. The label reads, "From Sophia, Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Open when you're alone." My heart swells. Sophia, my college-aged daughter, has been distant lately. Texts are short, calls rare. This felt like her reaching out. I smile, start to peel the tape. Marcus's face changes. Color drains. He grabs my wrist. "Elena, don't open it. Can't you see what's right there?" I look closer. Something small taped to the side. A photo? My stomach drops. I should have listened. But I didn't. 10 minutes later, the police were knocking at our door. Everything felt so normal until the doorbell rang. I was still holding the coffee Marcus brought me, smiling like an idiot because for once he remembered exactly how I like it. 2 sugars, splash of oat milk, no foam. He'd even tucked a small card under the mug. "To the best mom and wife," it said. Cheesy, sure, but after the last few months of him coming home late, smelling faintly of perfume that wasn't mine, I was willing to take the win. Sophia's package sat on the kitchen island now, gold paper catching the light like it was daring me to touch it. I ran my fingers over the silk ribbon. My daughter hadn't sent anything personal in almost a year. Last Christmas, it was a generic gift card. Before that, silence. I missed her voice, her laugh, the way she used to ramble about her art classes. This felt like a bridge being rebuilt. Marcus appeared behind me, drying his hands on a dish towel. "Who's it from?" he asked, voice too casual. "Sophia," I said, beaming. "Can you believe it?" His smile flickered, just for a second. Then he reached past me, like he was going to move the box to the counter. "Maybe save it for later. We've got brunch reservations." I laughed. "Marcus, it's from our daughter. On Mother's Day. I'm opening it now." He stepped closer. Too close. "Elena." I started peeling the corner of the paper. That's when his hand clamped around my wrist. "Don't," he said, low and sharp. "Don't open it. Can't you see what's taped right there on the side?" I looked down. A small photograph. Corner curled. But even from that angle, I could make out the shape of 2 people. One was him. My mouth went dry. What the hell was my daughter trying to tell me? But what I saw next made my knees almost buckle, and Marcus knew exactly why he didn't want me looking closer. Have you ever had a moment where the room suddenly feels 10 degrees colder, and you realize the person you sleep next to every night might be a complete stranger? That photo taped to the side of the box. It was small, maybe wallet-sized, but the image hit like a slap. Marcus, my Marcus, arm around a woman half his age. Her head on his shoulder. His smile wide, genuine, the kind he hadn't given me in over a year. They were outside some cafe, sunlight on their faces, looking like a couple on vacation. I stared. Couldn't blink. Marcus's grip on my wrist tightened. "Elena, listen to me. It's not what you think." I yanked my hand free. "Then what is it?" He opened his mouth, closed it, looked at the box like it might explode. "Just put it down. We can talk later. Please." Later. That word again. The same word he used every time I asked why his phone was always face down, why he changed passwords, why he flinched when Sophia's name came up in conversation. I peeled the photo off slowly. On the back, in Sophia's neat handwriting, "Ask him about Atlanta." March. Atlanta. He told me it was a conference. 3 days. Came back tanned, distracted, smelling like hotel soap and guilt. My fingers trembled as I reached for the ribbon. Marcus stepped forward, voice cracking. "Don't do this. Not today. Not on Mother's Day." I met his eyes. For the first time in years, I didn't see love. I saw fear. Pure animal fear. I pulled the ribbon. The paper fell away in soft folds. Inside, more photos slid out. Dozens. Hotel receipts. Printed text messages. A folded note in Sophia's writing. He lunged. I spun away, clutching the box to my chest. And that's when I saw the USB drive taped to the inside lid, labeled in black marker, for Mom. Proof. My heart slammed against my ribs. He whispered, almost pleading, "Elena, if you play that, everything ends." But I already knew. Everything had ended the second that courier rang the bell. What was on that drive, and why had my own daughter risked everything to make sure I saw it? What kind of daughter sends her mother a box full of grenades disguised as love? I tore the rest of the wrapping away. Photos scattered across the island like confetti from a nightmare. Marcus laughing with her at a rooftop bar. Marcus kissing her neck in a car. Marcus asleep in a hotel bed, sheet barely covering him, time-stamped last Valentine's Day, while I was home alone with takeout and tears. Receipts fluttered out next. Hotel charges. Restaurant bills. Plane tickets to places he swore were solo business trips. One printout of a text chain, her saying, "I love you," him replying, "Soon, baby." She suspects nothing. My hands shook so hard the paper crinkled. Then the note. Sophia's handwriting, small and deliberate. "Mom, I'm sorry it had to be today. I heard him on the phone last month, telling her he was leaving you after the holidays. He threatened me when I confronted him. Said if I told you, he'd cut me off completely. I couldn't let him do that to you. Not anymore. The USB has audio. Everything. I hired someone to follow him. I'm sorry I stayed quiet so long. I love you, Sophia." I looked up. Marcus was crying now. Not the dramatic kind. The quiet, broken kind. "It was a mistake," he whispered. "I was going to end it. I swear." I held up the USB. "Then why keep lying?" He reached for it. I stepped back. "Elena, please. Don't play that. You don't want to hear." I already did. I plugged it into my laptop right there on the counter. The first recording started. His voice. Clear. Calm. Telling her how he was almost free. My world tilted. And then came the second file, something even worse. Something that made the affair look small. Have you ever watched someone you built a life with crumble in front of you and realized you were the one holding the match? The second audio file played. Marcus's voice again, but this time colder. Sharper. She's starting to ask questions about the accounts. If she digs too deep, we're both screwed. Just keep the transfers quiet until I get the divorce papers filed. Once the house sells, we split the cash and disappear. My breath caught. Accounts? The family savings? The small business we started together 10 years ago. Marcus handled the books, said it was his area. I trusted him completely. I paused the recording, looked at him. "You were stealing from us?" He didn't deny it, just sank onto a stool, head in his hands. It started small. Debts. Then her. I thought I could fix it before you noticed. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just picked up my phone. His eyes went wide. "Elena, no. Please. We can work this out. For Sophia. For." I dialed 911. Voice steady. "Yes, I need police at my home. My husband has been embezzling money from our joint business, and there's evidence of fraud. He's trying to leave the state." Marcus stood. Started toward the door. I stepped in front of him. "Don't." Sirens in the distance. Getting closer. 10 minutes later, blue and red lights flashed through the windows. 2 officers walked in. I handed them the box, the laptop, the USB. Calmly explained every detail. They cuffed Marcus right there in our kitchen on Mother's Day. He looked back at me once as they let him out. No words. Just broken. But the real twist? The officers weren't just here for the affair. They were here because Sophia had already sent them copies of everything 3 days earlier. Have you ever wondered what freedom tastes like when it comes wrapped in handcuffs and heartbreak? The officers took Marcus away quietly. No dramatic scene. No neighbors peeking through curtains yet. Just the click of the cuffs, the low murmur of Miranda rights, and the sound of my front door closing behind him for what I knew would be the last time. I stood in the kitchen, surrounded by scattered photos and receipts like fallen leaves from a poison tree. The USB still sat in my laptop, frozen on that second audio file. Proof he wasn't just cheating. He was dismantling everything we'd built. Our savings, our daughter's future, our life, piece by piece. My phone buzzed. A text from Sophia. "I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, but I'm coming home tomorrow. We'll get through this. I love you, Mom." Tears finally came. Not from rage. From relief. My daughter hadn't abandoned me. She'd been protecting me the whole time, in the only way she knew how. That Mother's Day gift? It wasn't poison. It was the antidote. Marcus thought hiding the truth would save us. Instead, the truth set me free. So here's my question to you. If the person you trusted most handed you a box that could destroy everything, would you open it? Or would you let the lie live another day? Think about that the next time someone says, "It's not what it looks like." Because sometimes it's exactly what it looks like. And sometimes the scariest gifts are the ones that finally let you see. If this story shook you, smash that like button, subscribe for more stories that hit too close to home, and drop a comment. Would you have opened the box? Tell me your own gut-wrenching moment below. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp out there.